revolution will not be televised.
If I like to sit and meditate on what it is I'm going to work on, or I meditate on the canvas, and after a while,
statements out to the people through his work, and you do the same thing, Q. So you're representing very well here on being the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute. Now we're going to take some time right now to see Malcolm Jamal in action right here on the BAF Solutions Network.
Just like when I'm telling you what he did, Mark, that you want to try to shoot. Okay, now, pay attention. And these things are very simple. All right here. Go in.
Welcome everybody. This is Arnold Penix, aka A. Gregory Harris, aka the spook that's set by the sitcom door today. Welcome to Being Theo, the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute, only on the BAF Solutions Network. I'm excited to be here with you. And of course, what we're doing is paying tribute to the life of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who I knew as a young sitcom writer at NBC, the National Broadcasting Company, discovered by Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jesse, be well. He's going through something right now. He's been hospitalized. And as a young student at North Carolina A&T State University, I was able to catch the attention of Reverend Jesse Jackson and being brought to New York as a comedy writer for his appearance on Saturday Night Live. During that time, I was able to meet the cast of the newly minted Cosby Show in September of 1984, and it premiered. And of course, Jesse became a guest on Saturday Night Live in October after his tremendous groundbreaking speech at the Democratic National Convention. So the rest is history. I was able to study every move, and one of the spook story for today is the fact that Bill was always like the father, even off camera. And so anybody who was on set or in the audience, he was always curious about who was there. And there he saw a young Arnold Penix taking notes with my notebook. And at the time, Bill Cosby was known for his selection of sweaters. And of course, me trying to be like Bill and being a Cancer brother. He is born July 12th. I'm born July 11th. What a difference a day makes, though. He's a Cancer Pisces, and I am a Cancer Scorpio. On the last day of Cancer Scorpio, then it moves into Pisces, Cancer Pisces. And it's a Cancer 3. And as a Cancer 3, we're definitely those who like to keep to ourselves, our solitude. We really enjoy our own company more so than being with people, because people seem to break our peace. I can attest to that. But anyway, Bill was watching me, and he came over to me and he said, "Where'd you get that sweater?" And I said, well, in New York, they had a big thing about Indian people making their own sweaters, and they put them on the pavement, on a blanket, and they would sell them for $20. Now, $20 was a big thing for me, because, sweaters usually cost like $40, $50. So when I was able to get a sweater that was comparable, handmade by the indigenous people, then I was excited about that. So I said, I'm gonna wear this to Thursday night, because we take the Cosby Show on a Thursday. So I said, I'm gonna wear this to the Cosby Show and see what they think. Well, sure enough, Bill walked over to me and said, "Where did you get that sweater? And how much did it cost?" And I said, $20. And he said, "Well, mine cost $2,500. What a difference in prices, ladies and gentlemen. So, so that's my spook that's set by the doors, by the sitcom door story. We're going to talk about the book, The Spook That's Set by the Door, shortly after we hear Malcolm Jamal Warner and his opening speech, opening poem, and then we're going to have a breakdown by King Julian, who's going to tell us all about what the encoded messages are inside of that poem. So let's watch Malcolm with his poetry and his message to us that we're going to break down shortly after.
Poetry, to me, is like banging knuckles against foreheads when I spit my wit. The unenlightened ones who can't handle
You
it
can
end
read
up
along too. I
dancing
see
with
that
the
they
dead in
have
the
the
desperation
words
pit
written there
of
so you can
dread.
read along and hear
Misdirect.
as well. Okay, so we're back on the BAF collage
For
there.
some reason, Outkast wanted to make an appearance.
Okay, Outcast. I guess
Poetry,
they
to
come and
me,
breaking in,
is
crashing the
like
party,
That
as
was
they say.
banging
that was
knuckles
strange.
against
Well, you know,
foreheads when I spit
Outkast,
my wit.
Malcolm, I probably like them too.
The unenlightened ones who can't handle it end up
And they were an
dancing
interesting
with the
group as
dead in the
well. That's another
desperation
Can
pit
you
of.
can you
story.
hear it, QB? I can't hear it. You can hear it on your side?
Can we hear his poem?
Yes, I can hear it.
Poetry, to me,
Okay.
is like banging
Let's see
knuckles
what we
against
got going
foreheads
here.
when I spit my wit.
Okay, zoom, zoom,
The unenlightened ones who can't handle it end up dancing with the dead in the desperation pit of dread. Misdirected and misled, I tread the outskirts of what's in and sane, melting brainwaves with meticulous amounts of praise from the word gods who raise the bar every time my star shines. I get nature highs that make my nature rise. I hate you guys who hate for the hell of it, so I burn negativity just for the smell of it. Pull my finger and take a whiff of these lyrics that sting long after the bell rings, tolling for the soul your aching soul sold for 15 minutes of bling. Somebody's watching me, and I'm quite paranoid. Trying to avoid that I feel this void, knowing I need to fill it. I've got this recurring suicidal thought, and I know I need to kill it because you can't run from your soul no matter where you go. Picture me swinging to and fro from this plane to the next, vexed because I couldn't keep myself in check? No. So when negativity visits me, like Sonia Marie, I step. Because life is rough, but you must remember this. No matter how tough negativity gets, positivity still exists, which is why I still persist and vibrate on several different planes and spaces, enabling me to operate by several different names and faces. You see, my grace is the ability to flip versatility with the agility of a gazelle, no matter what the case is. And I don't have to tell you that the race is hard, right? Especially when all you got are crabs tugging at your feet. So I'm steady rubbing defeat the wrong way. I'ma keep rising to the top like the song say, and on a strong day I spray funk verbally so the heads who never heard of me get a clue. Now watch how what I do catch on like the flu. I chew, I blew right by you like the classic. In third grade, I hit this girl named Dorinda King and got my ass kicked, but it's cool because now whenever a woman pisses me off, I hit her with a lyric. Wife beaters worldwide, you should try it. Watch it lighten up your spirit. I stay quiet, like a riot follower. So when you hear it, remember that I teetotal with toddlers and Coke and Hennessy swallowers. A whack MC coddler I could never be, even though I keep the throttle halfway engaged at approximately 70 positive thoughts a day. So whenever I step into a freestyle cipher, best believe I'm deciphering at least 140 positive rhymes in the John Coltrane way, just when I say, microphone check, 1, 2.
Well, I tell you, microphone.
Vulnerability.
Is that it, or we got more grub coming around?
No.
And that's it?
Yes.
You got enough to go with, King Julian? King Julian selected to do the soulmate breakdown because for those who haven't watched any of our earlier shows, Malcolm Jamal Warner was born on August 18th. The day is the 18th. The day is a 9-day. So it's very significant because even in the Kemet Club, the numbers of the address adds up to the number 9. So the 9 is completion today. But King Julian is born on the 21st of June, which is the 22nd of June. I'm sorry, that's my brother, my other baby brother. 22nd of June, which is a 4, and which is a master number in my science, master 11, 22, and 33. 9 is completion, and Malcolm Jamal Warner was August 18th. Today is November 18th, which is a 9, so it's vibrating very hard with completion. And he mentioned something in this about suicidal thoughts. So I turn it over to King Julian to kind of explain what's going on with Malcolm to make such a lyric.
So I believe he's just looking at, yeah, everybody has a lot of negatives that happen, things that happen in our lives, but how positive can you be? And he's given us those lefts and rights,
With doom
those
and gloom, he's giving
right,
doom and
right.
gloom.
Yeah, he's definitely
But
given
then he
us.
said he goes positive.
Oh, okay.
So
What's going on? What's happening?
So
And it
he's
definitely
imbalanced
is.
because he's one of you, the dog, which is equivalent to the sign of Libra, which they fight and struggle for balance in their life, their whole life.
Right. So the big thing, he always brings in that feminine nature. He was talking about the nature highs and it has the nature rise. And then even at the end, he gave us a whole nother view into his life that we haven't heard throughout these weeks. Talk about he got his butt beat by a girl. Right. But then I started thinking like, man, did he just get complacent? Not complacent. Did he get reserved physically? Like he didn't want to hit her, obviously, and he was like, okay, from now on, I'm about to hit you with a lyric. You know, so I think that
So he's gonna break their bones with words and
right,
literally break their bones, and crack their bones too.
So I think it's funny how he showed us a little bit into his life and why he brings up a lot of the women's side of it, because he's had experiences.
Male and female energy,
and
being raised by his mother Pam, who I knew, and Pam, how you doing? I know you're watching this. I know they're telling you all about that. Arnold got a good show called Spook the Set by the Sitcom Door. He talked about Malcolm Jamal, and that's all that's going on. And yes, I am Pam, because this is a tragic thing. And I know you said in the press junkets that it was his time. It was time to go. But like I said, through his poetry, we're listening to his words, we're finding out that he has already preempted it with his content. So so back to you,
so and then the other last thing I'll say, he was talking about when negativity visits me, I step, but I don't think he's saying I run away, because he mentioned it again later when he was talking about a gazelle. I don't think he's really saying that he is running away. I think he's just saying that he was going above and beyond. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna run off. I'm gonna be the fastest one out here. I'm gonna keep on going. Hey, what's up, Sunflower? Good to see you. Yeah, so we're gonna be able to see that a mentor even told me to go, and it's not go, like run away from your problems. It's saying go, keep on going, keep on pushing, no matter what type of negativity that's where I heard life's always gonna keep lifing.
Right.
And so that was the first time hearing that back in 2017, 2018, 19. So yeah, those were some of the things that I realized.
Well, it's very shocking to me, because he was on the set of the Cosby Show, he was such a pleasant and very, very personable young man. And of course, that's usually what happens to the people who have Libra influences in them. They're always charming and always very, very bubbly to the public, but they have some inner turmoil going on inside of their life, which we all do. But Libra is so kind, and really, they are the favorite zodiac sign, because they're usually very attractive and everything, and well proportioned and with beauty and attractiveness. But internally, mentally, they are in turmoil. And to see Malcolm and to hear Malcolm express this in his work is really, really quite insightful for me, being the fact that I knew him and his mother, and coming from New Jersey, and it was an exciting time on the set of the Cosby Show when it became such a big hit, because who knows? Nobody knows until after the shows are taped and they look at the ratings, and then they're like, oh, because like even Lisa Bonet, she didn't even know that she was such a big hit, because she started getting more fan mail than everybody. And then she used to walk around on the set with a t-shirt on called with Whiteboard in the back of it. But I digress. That's another Spook the Set by the Door story, which I'll save for next week. Okay, so that's all you have to say, King Julian, about Malcolm?
Yeah, the only other part right there, I was looking at the name, and it's called Hiding in Plain View. So I was thinking, man, why is it hiding in plain view? Is it just the the positive and the negative? Is it the feminine and masculine? Like he had a few things. Is it going, like running versus planting his feet? Like in other poems,
He was hiding in
says,
plain view. Hiding in plain view. He dealt with a lot of things that we don't know about, and especially dealing with artists as a manager, as a talent manager. You know, they're not actors, and performers are not computers. They're human beings, and so you know they have to have personal management and development to talk about inner secrets they have, and that they need to get off their chest or find some type of outlet for, or they'll start losing their composure. And being so famous as Malcolm was, then he had to be very careful who he confided in. Who do you trust? Who do you talk to? Who's your confidant? Who can you express your innermost deep thoughts to? So he found a way to express himself through poetry, which I think was a very, very wonderful way to deal with that type of trauma in the entertainment industry, as we see, as being revealed to us from the Diddy scandals and all of that. All right, now, so you're watching Takeover Tuesday, the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute only on the BAF Solutions Network. It's also training day Tuesday for the Envision You Health and Wealth Distributorship Company, and who is our sponsor. And as we do a cam, we see our board here, and we're going to listen to David M. and Nikki A. But our board here is that you can get one person get two, and two and two. So we're trying to create personal wealth for our artists, and so that's what, because now I hear one of the actors is going on yachts and cruises and being a yacht boy, you know, after making major movies from High School Musical and everything of that nature. So he was, this is rough for actors, so I don't want actors to be in a situation that they have to rely on taking any type of job after being so famous. Look what happened to Gary Coleman. You know, he was Arnold, you know, my namesake, on Different Strokes, and then people saw him parking cars. And then, of course, same thing with Alvin, who played, Jeffrey Owens, who played Alvin on The Cosby Show. They saw him at Trader Joe's bagging groceries. So we don't want that to happen. So take a listen to what David Emenike has to say on Envision You, the Health and Wealth Company. And we'll be right back with Slam Poet Q, our poet laureate, and our Poetry Slam segment. Thank you. David, take it away.
That we've actually put together called Alive. And you say, well, David, why do you call the products Alive? Well, because I know there's so many people around the world that are just living. Very few people wake up every single day alive, ready to actually win the day. That's what our products are designed to do: revive, replenish, and renew the body. And it all starts with our superfood juices, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely fell in love with it the very first time I sampled it. Our manufacturers actually sent me samples, and I said, man, this is a winner. And then when they told me what was actually in the product, I knew that we had a home run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. All the ingredients here: spirulina, aloe vera, cinnamon bark extract, and ginger root, and green tea, and maca root, right? Some people call that the marriage counselor. This is an incredible product that we have in 2 different flavors: apple beach cherry along with apple cinnamon. And ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is take a shot in the morning and take a shot in the afternoon. Now, if you really want the whole regimen that we have, you want to actually step into the world of the skin and beauty product that we have called Alive Skin and Beauty. This is a collagen product that literally impacts the body on a whole nother level when it comes to your hair growth and nail growth and helping out your joints and those bones. Your body needs collagen, but we found a way to actually make collagen taste great. Now, just a moment ago, I actually tried something that I'm going to share with you that absolutely blew me away. I tried the Skin and Beauty, the Apple Beach Cherry, and yes, our matcha. You're going to see that later on in the presentation. But ladies and gentlemen, we stepped into recently the world of coffee. And I got involved in the coffee industry years ago. And people say, well, man, you're crazy. I mean, why would you do coffee, right? And I said, well, it's 2.2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every single day. You're talking about the most traded commodity in the world next to oil, the most consumed beverage in the world next to water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going anywhere. Whether you're involved in the coffee business or not, people are going to spend money. They're going to spend $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee. So why not provide that demand that's already out there in the marketplace. And we found a way to actually make it healthy. This is by far, in my opinion, you may say I'm biased, the healthiest, best tasting coffee on the planet. This is the Alive Cappuccino, ladies and gentlemen. You're talking about a non-GMO, gluten-free, no sugar, no nut, no soy whatsoever in this particular product right here. I am so in love with this coffee. The first time I tried it, I knew that this was going to be the winner in our company. And look what's in it. You're talking about a premium Arabica bean coffee. You're talking about pomegranate and collagen tripeptides and dipeptides, and it's got okra in it. It's got asparagus in it, ladies and gentlemen. It's got pumpkin in it. It's got amino acids in this particular product. You say, well, how did you get 30 different vitamins and minerals all in one product? That's a secret. That's our own formula for us to know. And it's available right now in our company. And recently, we just introduced the ultimate green tea, which is the matcha. And it's one of the best tasting matchas out there in the world. You can drink it hot, you can drink it cold. I just drank it with our apple beach cherry and our apple cinnamon. Absolutely incredible. Look at all the ingredients that are in here. It's helped people when it comes to their weight loss journey, giving them energy, clarity, focus. It's a remarkable product that we put together. Now, if you're paying attention, we put health in what people do every single day. People drink coffee every day. People drink some sort of juice, or their kids do every single day. And guess what? People drink tea every single day. So why not do it with Envision You and actually have your body
I can't hear you all.
July 11th, July 2nd is beneficial for July 11th. Okay? Okay? All right. Is there something wrong?
Yeah, say that again.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back to the BAF Solutions Network. We are dealing with. We just saw David Mbanikie, and what I was saying was David Mbanikie is born July 2nd, and July 2nd falls on my birthday, July 11th, beneficial. I'll say he's beneficial. Yes, he is. So if you want to know the numbers, you got to play those numbers. Talk to me after the program and just reach me here at the Kimmy Club. Become a member. It's only $9 a month. And like I tell you, you get all the perks that go with it. So now, at this time, we have sunflowers here. You know, beaming like a sunflower. Wonderful Leo queen. So I bow to the queen. And she's going to be coming up right after Slamport Q. But Q, here you are. You know, welcome, my brother. As always, it's always good to our poet laureate is Q. And Q, tell us, as part of the Black Man's Lab, and they were talking about brand building. So talk a little bit more about what happened at the Black Man's Lab last night. And then we went to the Nation of Islam's men's meeting. So we had a big full night last night. We had to leave at 10. They were still going.
Yeah, that was really cool. Hey everyone, my name is Quaylen Bobbitt, poet, entrepreneur from the East Side, and yeah, over at the Black Man Lab yesterday, we're at the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA, and we were talking about building your brand. It was really cool. 6:30 to 8:30, a bunch of brothers, we got together, we ate, and then we talked about what that looks like. We had someone who had several companies. We had someone who was building his new company while working for one that his family had. We had someone who was a spoken word, not a spoken word, but a motivational speaker and a hip hop artist. And there were other entrepreneurs in the room that got to share what it was like building a brand, whether it went into what your name was going to be like, some do's that you should do, whether, like being authentic and making sure that there's discipline and consistency in that branding, not going up and down in your service, making sure you're bringing that throughout. And then there were some don'ts where they were talking about don't name all your brands the same thing because if the name goes down, everything goes down. So make sure you don't just name all of your stuff, like your wine and your shoe company, and name everything the same thing. He's like, don't do that.
I said I'm the big black man, and everything I'm in, I'm the big black man. Blacker than black can be, blackity black. The big black man, black people. So I have to do that because that's my brand. But I do so many different things.
Yeah, and we talked about like clothing and stuff.
Black.
Like
I could be big and black. And Morehouse got that brand.
Yeah.
That
Shout out
bag.
to our ear doctor. He was talking about a few people say like shirts and stuff, like rare if you got a name or something, you know. He said he got like 20 shirts that say that. Morehouse got it. I'm always be repping the house.
Oh,
Like,
my house, and we got the Black Achievement Fund. Our shirts and sweatshirts are on sale
damn,
for the holiday season. Quad
boom. See?
365. We are hitting the ground, hitting the pavement running. So we even have our display set up here at the Chemic Club, and everything is here. You know, our conscious cam is showing all of our stuff. We ready, so come on up, get you some coffee, and we're right here broadcasting live from the Chemic Club Cafe. Right here at the Chemic Club Cafe, and the big black man is here with sunflower beaming. I love sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. I love to crack them open with my tongue and lick the salt out of them. Sunflower seeds. I need some sunflower seeds. Anyway, you know, they used to spank our hands in school for eating sunflowers now. The teachers didn't like that. When you say you can't eat the sunflowers, oh, great. Okay, well, anyway, I digress. So let's go on. Q, what's the first poem, bro?
Yeah, so this first poem is called Audible.
Audible, okay.
I feel like I'm one of the best ones out, no doubt. On the road to riches, ain't gonna take a fly route. And I'm with my missus. Did I mention that we waking up for millions that we missing on a money-making mission like we giving you the business? You in the game or the benches? Are you on my team in the trenches? When it get hot up in the kitchen, when you switch up like a solid to a liquid, you could take a loss. It's okay to be livid, but will you learn from it or will you relive it? I don't got time to be down, learn from it, bounce back, rebound, not found. You don't like how that sound? You're probably running in circles, so I'ma see you around. Peace. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Because you see, I'm seeing artists recycle the classic beats from the past. I listen to the old cause most new lyrics are lax. Dudes need a tutor with a sister with some class, a system built against us, but you're bragging about it bad. Like it's the business black owned. You paying cash to take a loan. Yeah, you grown, but you childish in the dome. Come on, repping a hood that's gentrified, now your block gone. And how I'm out of violent one when y'all be killing us. Take our culture, history, still don't give a buck. Is it extreme to want equality and equity to matter? Treating us like Queen and Slim while your pockets getting fatter? Come on. Burning oil, chopping trees like we got a planet B. Screwing with Mother Nature, hope she don't pop a plan B. Can organic please be the trend we hop on next? The pills that suppress come with hella side effects. New commercial came on. Really made me think of the alcohol commercial doing everything but drink next to fast food. Don't even tell you if it's GMO, then it's buy a new phone. But one just came out a year ago. No. How about a new car? No. Commercial anyway. Can't even skip it because they had to pay to play. Come on. It's overwhelming about everywhere you look. About the book of Getaway and bet I bag a bunch of books. Because what y'all reading or writing or sketching, creating, come on now.
All right. Slam for Q. Snap, snap, snap. Okay. How did you come up with this one, bro? Give me the breakdown on this.
Yeah, so this one just came from me really just sitting and feeling overstimulated by everything, whether it be like my text messages going off, and then it's like a commercial. I'm trying to watch a video, you know, to be peaceful, but there's an ad in between it. Trying to see something, you can't skip the ad in the beginning, and then they're always trying to sell me something when the bills just took all my money anyway. No, I don't want a new phone and a new car, and yes, I'm hungry, but like all the stuff on this TV that y'all showing me don't look like nothing like this in person. And what is it even made out of? And then y'all not drinking on these advertisements where y'all telling us, like, encouraging us to drink. What's really going on here? And just being aware of all the stuff that needed to change. So I was like, audible in football. When you call it audible, that's like changing the play. So,
Okay.
like, these are some things that I'm noticing that we need to pivot on.
So that's just things you need to know to change in your life. That you need to change. Okay, so Audible, I got it. You know, Q, we're gonna bring you back, of course, for to close us out with another poem. But right now, we're gonna swing it over to Miss Sunflower. Sunflower, how you been? I haven't seen you. You've been a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's holiday time. It's holiday season. What's going on with you?
Oh, a lot, and you're gonna hear it and feel it in this poem. In just a minute. I've been going through a lot of changes and transitions, but a lot of growth too.
Well, you look well. You know how to make a choice, even though life be lifing.
Always.
You can always choose to make a choice to
That's right.
stay on the positive
Yeah,
side.
and show up.
And show up. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah.
So show up to the mic and
Okay.
hit us with your piece. Sunflower, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I do eat sunflower seeds. And most men in here do too.
Oh my God.
We all, and women eat sunflower seeds too.
Yeah, I love sunflower seeds.
I know. We in Georgia.
All right. So,
What's the name of the piece?
the name of the piece is I'm the People. And like I said, a lot of things have been happening for me, transitions, but I recognize I'm not by myself in that.
Okay.
So I actually found some peace and solace in that, even though, again, life be lifing.
Yeah.
But I'm the people, and I'm not in this by myself. It's a
You're
collective
not. You're not
effort,
alone.
right? So I wanted to, commit it to memory and everything, but
But no,
so much
you
has been
take your
happening. So just bear with me. I kind of just
pull it
focus,
up.
okay?
New-ish.
Yeah. All right. I am the people. I came here with hands full of paperwork and prayers and tired bones in a house I'm trying to keep. Heartbreak still drowning in the seams of my voice, but truth don't need rest. She rises like I do every damn time. There was a time though, my bank account said negative $34, and I still gave my daughter seconds off of my plate. And another time when my spirit screamed negative three, and I knew the universe was whispering to me, pay attention, beloved, you're getting close. Then one day my savings read 777 negative, and I cried because the message was clear. You're walking through the valley, my dear, and your crown is already fitted. The coronation has begun. Keep going. And it began to sink in that this right here, it ain't just my battle. This is decades of systemic design, where housing becomes a maze and the lease is written in invisible ink, where digital landlords hide behind email chains and automated portals, and tenant voices get lost in the ether unless we scream in unison. And I ain't the first to stand here with a ledger in one hand and a broken heart in the other. Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer screamed, I am sick and tired. And I echo her every time I call the leasing office and get rerouted to silence. Miss Angela Davis told us that freedom is a constant struggle, and I feel that. With every denied rent assistance application, with every bounce flex check payment, and every dismissive email that doesn't recognize my humanity. And the Madam C.J. Walker taught me to build when doors won't open. But as Sarah Breedlove, she taught me to know my worth, even when they don't pay you. And the organized minds of Miss Alicia Garza told us that our lives matter even when systems pretend that they don't. You don't see me. You about to hear me though. I've written press releases with trembling fingers and filed complaints with a lump in my throat, and still sat still and listened for God in the buzz of a broken refrigerator and in the soft footsteps of my daughter asking, Mommy, do we have enough? I say yes, every time, even when I don't feel it, because my word is the first wealth that she knows. And in the middle of it all was a man I loved, with a ghost in his throat and fear in his touch, with a longing for peace and joy behind his tired eyes. I told him not to fumble me, and he did anyway. But right before the miracle, and even that was divine timing, because when he left, the veil lifted, and I looked in the mirror, and I finally saw me. Not a rescue, not a runner-up, not a maybe, but a woman on fire, a mother in motion, and with a name, Acacia Sunflower, too rich to be ignored. This ain't just about rent, y'all. This is reparations overdue. This is divine femininity stepping into the courthouse in hoop earrings and righteous fury. This is what happens when a woman remembers that she is sacred. This is the voice of a Black woman who knows her worth and will not be moved by silence, by systems, or by shame and fear of others. I am the people. I am the echo of every woman who made something out of not enough. I am the roots and the bloom. I am the complaints and the closing statements, the fear and the thunder, and my ancestors' prayer, and the future's proof. So when I say I want to stay at this address, I don't mean this home. I mean this body, this voice, this truth I now carry like a blade and a bomb. Because the most radical act a woman like me could do is to tell the truth and to stand in it, 10 toes, unshaken, undeniable. So let them come. Let them listen. They can't move me, and they gonna learn today. I am the people, and the people don't fold.
Whew.
Wow.
Sit on down here, girl.
Yeah.
Run around. Well, Sunflower, you beamed bright this morning, this afternoon. You beamed bright. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. I mean, talk to me more about it. What was
It's so many layers.
There's so many layers. I mean, was this good for you to let this go?
Yeah, it definitely was. When I was practicing last week during the actual move of everything, and boxes all over my condo, and my daughter's in the other room. She's homeschooled, so she's in the other room doing her work on her computer, and I'm practicing, and she can hear it in my voice, right? And just from across the room, you did a great job, mommy.
Wow.
So good, so good. And it's her voice, it's her voice and her presence that always keeps me moving. But like I said before, just knowing that I'm not the only person that's going through housing insecurity. I'm grateful that I have family, that can help me to, with a safe place to land. But with this particular situation with the property management of the condo I was living at, it was so many other tenants that were affected by the negligence of their failure to properly move forward with procedures and things like with Flex. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that program. So it's the opportunity for tenants to split their rent payment, right?
Okay.
Instead of paying everything up front, they can pay twice within the month. And that was really the only reason why I signed that lease. Because I work nonprofit and
you need that leeway. You need that leeway.
It was beautiful for me to be able to manage everything, and I had participated in a program like that before, but everything just fell through. And when I went to the courthouse, I learned that not even before then, because actually I brought this to WSB-TV before.
Wow.
And they did an investigation as well, and I learned that so many other people, not just in Georgia, because that property management, they're based out in California. So it's affected other people, not just tenants, but the landlords too. It's just been a hot mess. So as I was doing my research, and I learned that it wasn't just me that was having issues with them, other tenants were. Like I said, I felt a little bit better knowing that it wasn't
just you.
I'm not just losing my shit. Right.
This happening to a lot of people in the same program.
So, when I say I'm the people, I know that I'm a voice for other people that feel like they can't speak up, that are in fear of retaliation.
Yeah, I felt that you were leading a body of people during this piece.
Yes.
It wasn't just about you.
No.
It was about the situation that's causing people this hardship.
Absolutely. And it's very sad, not just with this property management, but just across the board.
Across the board. I
felt
it was like
with
universal.
housing insecurity and homelessness and just the unhoused in general, and I feel for that.
Yeah, and a lot of people are going through this home insecurity piece. So that's a monumental piece.
Absolutely, it's one to continue the conversation on how we can rectify that.
Yeah.
And help people, with inclusion and support and all those things.
Okay. All right. Well, snap, snap, snap. I say he says, and okay. Okay. Slam Boy Q. You know this is round two for you. What you think about her poem, by the way? And what's your kind? You're my poet laureate. What's your take on what you just heard?
Yeah, I had put it in the chat. I was like, yeah, that's one of the ones when she finished it. I really like the passion that you were able to share it with. And just being able to, I also felt that energy like, yo, you're finna move a group of people with this from what you're saying, because different aspects of it are going to touch different people in different ways. And I know when you hear it back another time, something separately is going to hit that same person that didn't catch them the first time. So, I mean, I'm really excited to be able to hear you be able to share that in different places, and be able to hear that again, because there was a lot of good stuff in there. And I'm really grateful that you was able to share that today and be able to be that vulnerable in that piece as well. I think that's really going to be one of the things that a lot of
I think that you can identify with this piece as well personally, or you probably know people in the Black Men's Lab who's going through some of this as well. Should I assume that or no?
No, I mean, like every week in the Black Man Lab, we have people from every different, all types of different walks of life. I've been grateful to see sometimes in the lab when we've been able to crowdfund at that time during the end, and be able to help raise money for some people who are going through some housing insecurities and need some help with that.
Yeah, a
Or
lot of people
business
come
owners.
every week with some type of need. I recall, and
Yeah.
what she touched on today was a part of the needs of being a black man trying to. She's a woman on her own, and can you imagine the brothers who can't support?
No, yeah. I can relate to when you were talking about seeing them negatives in their account. I'm like, I don't felt that way too often. Then you hit it with that second one too. I said, yeah, yeah, and it feel like that. You want to be optimistic, but it's like, yo, we're gonna find a way to make one. I got that from Clark Atlanta.
Well, this was very real, and those who just tuned in on the Zoom, this is the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute, but it's also the BAF Solutions Network Slam Poetry and Takeover Tuesdays, and we have a lot to take over, don't we? We have a lot to take over, and of course, sponsored by Envision You, the Health and Wealth Company. Slam Poet Q has a second poem. We're gonna have him tell us a little bit about it first before you go into it, and then we'll break it down just like we did this last one.
Yeah, so after hearing Sunflower's piece, I want to share a piece that was vulnerable for me too. Uh, this one, it's called Third and Long Gone.
Okay.
You see, I took wins, losses, met busters, bosses. This a mountaintop or rock bottom. I'm indecisive, can't call it. When you're unprotected like ramen, better use your noodle like ramen. When you're feeling salty, then adding cayenne, bad time. Oh man, here we go again. Got a game plan and a good woman might take her hand, take over the land, but lost at sea is where I land. Give them more chances than grains of sand. Third and long, still your fan. Not for long, it's third and long. She finna be third and long gone. Keep playing. Third and long gone. Shawty phone home, bro. Said, just leave me alone, baby. Please hold on. Can we work this out? Gotta be another route. Clock is running down, so I call a timeout. Let me pray. Hail Mary plays what the coach say. Got a pure heart to turn that pure ray. I'm trying to smooth things over. You're not a smooth A. Now I'm in the doghouse. Backfield is where I stay all day. Wanna play, replay, report. I'm short. Wanna go on vacation, but I'm on my last resort. She said, my heart is in your hands and it don't feel too secure. I said, trust me. She said, heard that before. I get the first down done because I'm trying to score, but it's third and long gone. It's third and long. It's third and long gone. You see, if I said something foul, throw a flag on the play. When it's really black and white and I want to make it gray, when it's time to compromise and I won't give way, problems always arise like a hump Wednesday. I see your tears in your eyes. Don't want to leave shore. About to see me cry if you want to leave shore. Before I get the clothes in the bag by the door, if I said something foul, throw a flag on the floor. Heaven, helmet, all in my headspace. No face mask, hot pain in your face. Wish I could take back the mistakes, babe. I promise we gonna be great. Baby, I appreciate. Respect the rules that we made. Third and long, don't mean too late. And if I said something foul, throw a flag on the play. Hey, said something foul, throw a flag on the play. If I said something foul, throw a flag on the play. Okay, baby. Hey, for sure. Be on the go. Am I ever gonna stay? I am coming home. I'm on the way. I'm coming home. Please don't be away. Hey.
Touchdown, touchdown. Touchdown, touchdown, Q. Yeah, definitely. Third and long. We be running with the ball, trying to make that touchdown. And definitely talk more about third and long and this piece, because I love this piece. I've heard it before, but it was very appropriate, and tell us why.
Yeah, because that was really one of the first pieces that I wrote that I was feeling vulnerable in. I had a partner that I was loving and wanting to work out, and she was upset at me for something that was more than likely fault of my own. But just me being upset at myself at that situation, knowing that's not the first time that, like, I've made her sad or upset through something that was fault of my own, not wanting to be in this situation. Because I'm like, well, I got plans, we're trying to get the touchdown, we're trying to score, and all these different things. And I'm like, look at me, putting myself in these kinds of situations. And yeah, her just being tired of my shit. um, and me like, nah, I promise you, it's not like that. And yeah, so just really writing and sharing that. Um,
Yeah.
that was the first time that I was really feeling that vulnerability
Being in
and
relationships are
that I
very
was wanting to
difficult.
share. Yeah, that
Relationships
was.
are hard because you're dealing with two totally different individuals with two totally different journeys and life paths and purposes. Okay? So when you have a different purpose in life and someone else has a different purpose in life, it's very, very rare that you can cross paths and go on the same journey together. So basically, what you have to do and consider is that respect the other person's journey, and they should respect your journey in life, and try to make some conversations and compromise a little bit. Sometimes you have to carry the balloon string and let them be the balloon, and sometimes you have to be the balloon and let them carry the string. And so that way you can really go through this life in a miracle, wonderful experience. And sometimes you might want to say something to your partner, but sometimes it's best not to react because it'll boil over, it'll pass, and the love is still there once that cloud of doom passes away. Okay? And that's my advice to those out there listening. We're moving into our next segment, which is our book review. Now, Q, I call myself the spook that's set by the sitcom door. But there was actually a book called A Spook that's set by the door. So just give us a little preview on that. He's going to show some slides as you give us a book review of this book that you read. So tell us about the spook that's set by the door, because it's very significant, and this is how we can be able to capitalize on the information and knowledge that they basically stole from us. Okay, so they're regurgitating it out, and so an opportunity. So here's who you know, and here's who you connect with. So the spook that's set by the door is about what now?
Yes. So The Spook Who Sat by the Door is a book about a gentleman from Chicago who joins the CIA's intelligence program,
Okay.
learns about it, does very well, and then goes back to Chicago to teach all the gangs what he was learning so they
That's
can
right. I
buck back
remember.
against the system, using the system. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And reading a book is really not that hard of a read. It's like a little less than 250 pages. The words and it ain't like it's a hard
But you
read.
can't scroll the book.
Just don't, yeah. So
I
it's
gotta
like,
read. What?
and I mean, there's a movie too. I actually ended up seeing the movie before I read the book, and the movie made me want to read the book because the movie was that.
The movie made you want to read the book.
Yeah.
The real thing. Read a passage from the book, Q. Was the one that really kept you, really is there any particular point in the book that really made you think about being the spook that set by the door? Because God knows I was the spook that set by the sitcom door, and I had no problem being it. Because I had no problem spooking it up. Because I spooked, and I learned everything, Mr. Cosby. Yes, I did. I learned everything, Bill. Felicia, love you. And congratulations to Debbie on her award, the Oscars and all of that. Debbie Allen got a Barbie doll and everything. Those Allen girls, I tell you. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I hadn't planned on finding a specific part in the book to read.
Okay, why don't you read the jacket then, the back of it?
Yeah, I can read what it's about. So it says,
So we get everybody to come and get it. That's an easy read.
I got you.
Spook the Set by the Door. We recommend it. I ain't Oprah, but I am a master number like she is. She's born on the 29th, which is an 11. I'm 7/11. So this is our book club, Oprah. The Spook the Set by the Door. Read quick.
It says, an explosive, award-winning novel in the Black literary tradition, The Spook Who Sat by the Door is both a satire of the civil rights problems in the United States in the late 60s and a serious attempt to focus on the issue of Black militancy. Dan Freeman, the spook who sat by the door, is enlisted in the CIA's elitist espionage program. Upon mastering agency tactics, however, he drops out to train young Chicago Blacks as freedom fighters. As a story of one Black man's reaction to ruling class hypocrisy, the book is autobiographical and personal. As a tale of a man's reaction to oppression, it is universal. A publication in the African American Life series. Sam Greenlee is a highly acclaimed, internationally known poet, novelist, playwright, screenwriter, producer, director, actor, and teacher. A former U.S. Information Agency Foreign Service officer, he is the author of Baghdad Blues and 2 collections of poetry.
Well, he struck a chord with Spook the Sit by the Door. And you said he's a poet too, so okay.
Yeah.
The poetry feel to it in the read. Interesting. And you're watching some stills and things from the movie that King Julian is putting up and everything. Oh, he's not? Okay, we can't find the movie. Okay. Well, anyway, I love the cover of the book, Q. The book looks wonderful.
I just wasn't sharing.
Okay, Spook the Set by the Door, and the spook is written in white letters with red, and okay, that's enough to. How much does the book sell for?
I have no idea.
There's nothing on the jacket or nothing? Okay, they don't do that anymore. Well, anyway, Q, I definitely want you to pick another book for next week and everything. So, and something that you've read that you know, because you're a Morehouse man, and we count on Morehouse to be the trendsetters as far as education is concerned, and information about that's the school for all of our leaders, starting with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So we're going to take a time right now to pay tribute to Malcolm Jamal Warner. You're watching the Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute, being Theo, right here at the BAF Solutions Network, the Kemet Club Cafe, right here. I'm the big black man, and we're gonna watch Malcolm as he takes us out of here. That's our show for today. And thank you, Sunflower.
Thank you for having me.
You shine bright like a diamond. You shine bright like a diamond. And what you're wearing is sexy. Oh my God. And them boots too. They're not these made for walking, ain't they?
They
okay, you're going to walk all over me after this show. Oh! Joking. Of course, a disclaimer. I don't want no Diddy effects. Well, it ain't going to be no Diddy effect. I don't know. Yeah, bye-bye.
I love my woman. I love my woman because she excites me. She excites me like the charge a child gets from an ice cream cone. She excites me like a youngster who so yearns to be grown. She excites me. Am I too old to sometimes simply lose control? Because I just want to drop to my knees and plead with her to abuse my soul. She makes me want to cry just to see if the tears come. And I envision her tongue tasting each drop one by one. I want her to tie me up and torture me with kisses. Because this is the first time I want to get as good as I give. I want to convulse. I want to shudder. I want to scream out her name and do all the things a man's not supposed to do to keep his cool. She makes me want to get high and meditate so I can prolong the spiritual and mental state I'm in when I'm in her.
Oh, crazy.
presence. Pleasantries abound when I imagine worshiping her womb. Because in full bloom, she gives me life. I want her beneath me. I want her behind me. I want to feel her breath in my ear to remind me to inhale her full sexuality. Because the reality of this bliss is this road may not be mine forever. So I do whatever I can do to get through to her and let her know that I am enjoying her time immensely. I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner. Thank you.
He 5. He 5. He 2 for 2.